That's when we saw current account surplus for the Eurozone reaching a record in the month of January. Let's talk more about the currency markets and about Janet Yellen with Nour al-Hamouri, market strategist at ADS Securities. Nour, good morning to you. Last week, even before the Fed meeting, you said that this round of tapering could be the last for this year. Do you still stand by that?
Yes, good morning and welcome to sunny Abu Dhabi today. I'm pleased to be on the show again. Well, basically, I'm still on the same view that we believe that the tapering process won't continue for a long time. If it's not going to be because of the economic deterioration that the Fed said that it's because of the bad weather, it might be because of what we call it as the golden excuse, which is the falling prices. Yes, last week we've seen the year-over-year CPI comes down from 1.6% to 1.1%, which basically shows that there's no inflationary pressure and there's kind of a risk of a disinflation risk again. So if it's not going to be because of the weather or the economic deterioration, the golden excuse for the Fed to stop the tapering process is the falling prices, and it may increase the QE again later this year, because we also still see that not only falling prices, we believe that the U.S. economy is not or they can't operate without the government support, and the key would be again is the jobs sector again. And don't forget that the Fed also took out or drops the unemployment threshold, because if you look at the unemployment rate and compare it with the let's say the participation rate, it's moving toward or it's moving both with each other. Falling unemployment rate and falling participation rate. In addition to that, most or more than half of the jobs that were created since 2012 until today, it's more than half of it, they are part-time jobs, so we can't rely on it.
Nour, that is a very contrarian view, isn't it? But that would also mean, if indeed it turns out to be true, that the dollar rally that we saw last week doesn't have any legs, does it?
Well, it might continue during this week. First of all, we don't have like that much key data this week, at least. But Janet Yellen, when she came in, everybody saw her as a dove, or like unlike Bernanke. But basically, she's surprising the markets as just what Ben Bernanke does last year when he came in June, saying that September we will start, or at least like he hinted for a tapering in September. What happened in September is basically he surprised the market again, and he came in and said, okay, we maybe overestimated our forecast and started the tapering process in January. This might be Janet Yellen the same, continue with the same view of Ben Bernanke or the Federal Reserve as a whole, and then we'll continue with the tapering process until we've seen kind of a deterioration again or a falling prices, which could be the excuse to stop the tapering again. That would be for, maybe we can say that for sure, but the dollar may continue to rise for the rest of the week, but not for a long time on this year at least.
Nour, apart from that, give us your best trade. You've got 10 seconds.
Best trade, we're still bearish on the euro, at least below 139. We're looking toward 137. And as for gold, as what's happening right now with Russia and Ukraine, we'll still could be bearish, or sorry, bullish on gold, as far as we're not breaking below last week's lows.
All right, Nour, thank you so much for your time this morning. Appreciate it. As always, Nour al-Hamouri, market strategist at ADS Securities. Moving on, North Korea launched